Hey guys, this one's going to be short and sweet. I'm moving location today to more of a video-friendly setup. We're going to be closer to the beach and inside this golf estate, which means that there's not going to be chickens in the background or the rising sun and the light of that ruining the camera angle. So, yeah, we will be moving, so I'll make this very quick. I just want to say happy first of the month. I'm excited about this month for two reasons. Number one is that it's mathematically the best month for a time perspective. It makes the most sense. 4 times 7 is 28, and that's how long the days of February are. And the other thing I'm excited about this month is it's my birthday. So I'm quite stoked about that. I love the Aquarius time of the year. It just speaks to me quite a lot. So let's just climb into the bit of the weekend, what's been happening. As always, you can see over here that there is calm after the storm. So we had a lot of market action because Elon Musk went to his Twitter account and decided to change his bio for a second. And that apparently brought on whatever that meant over there. So someone in China said, okay, cool, if Elon Musk is behind this thing, then everything I've ever worked for my entire life is going into this position. So that went boom. And then it came back down naturally. And we saw the sideward action just because of the calm after the storm rule, which we have at the MTOPS Criterion Academy. Now, after that, we got some gradual down movement. We saw a lower low, which means a downtrend. It's quite a messy setup yesterday. I hope you weren't trading because it was a very deceptive market. Once again, we've broken up here, as you can see, our powerful Gantt square, squaring time and price, taking us to the top here, not breaking this high, so still leaving us on our back foot and having for us to be patient on what to do next. I mean, guys, congratulations if you have the self-discipline to do this on your own, but trust me, in the real world, when you have a trade objective and you have deadlines, and if this is your full-time thing and you have to pay for bills and that kind of thing based on this, getting into this environment is very, 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 very tough. So it is the best idea. It's the best thing you can do for yourself to get a trade buddy, and there's no better trade buddy than the MTOPS Criterion. So once again, he protected our capital, provided control over self, and then made sure that we didn't have to double up on the growth of our account. So getting into today's analysis, as always, we have a look here on the high time frames. What we want to do every single day is to ascertain whether the position is strong enough for us to get in. So number one, if you look at the MTOPS, we go to M for MTOPS, which is market structure. The best way to get market structure is to look at your dominant trend direction. Over here, we're not in a good place to trade. There's a lot of uncertainty, and that this weekend that just passed was confirmation of that. So we're in the kill zone. The kill zone is anything underneath this red circle, red line, this red arc over here. If you want to put your capital at risk and you want to feel frustrated and defeated, then you'll get into a trade here. But if you want to protect your account and you're responsible with your trading, then you don't get in until the price action is out of this kill zone. So we're going to leave it with a big fat question mark or a big fat X to say not a good idea from this perspective alone, which takes us down to the 512, one of my favorites. This higher cycle has given us the trend, dominant trend direction change confirmation. So a lot of guys thought we were still in a downtrend, but because we made that loss last week, it forced us to see that there was a change, and this is what we're looking at and working with now. There's been a bounce off of this ghost line. So, I mean, I wasn't too happy with that because of the fact that it was just kind of hanging in the air. But what's important to remember is that the more information you have on a chart, the less each one has from a value perspective. So if I have to just load this chart with lines and look at all the highs between these sacred lines, for example, if I had to do that and then add another one there and add another one there and add another one there, then every single one of these lines will become less and less valuable the more I add. So I don't like to load the charts up with tons of options, and I'm sure you'll see that kind of thing with the other traders. It's not a good idea. You want to keep it as simple as possible. So from that aspect, saw a little bounce on the ghost line there. It wasn't completely predictable, but then again, if you were following the MTOPS criterion, you wouldn't have been inside a trade anyway. Going to today, we don't have a higher high above this recent high over here. So again, the market structure is not giving us permission to get in, which means the MTOPS criterion gets a fat zero there. I can already tell you if this market structure gets zero, it's pointless doing anything else within the MTOPS criterion. So we can run through this from a practice perspective, but when you're not trading with trend, and if you're not outside the zone, then you're going to get barred from going forward. Okay, so from a time projection over here, we can draw this up. I can imagine price coming down to this range. But again, guys, I'm moving location today, so I don't want to hang out on this video for too long today, so please excuse me. But you wouldn't be able to trade regardless. So carry on with your studies or carrying on with your usual day-to-day life requirements, because you're not going to be making profit off of this market right now. MTOPS criterion is not going to allow you to do so. So what I've done here, by the way, guys, is I added some more information to the MTOPS criterion. Why I did that is when I developed the cell phone app, I'm going to have these questions unlock the MTOPS criterion for every single trade that you get into. So the first question you're going to ask, that you'll have to answer yes to, is, are you trading from a position of strength? Many guys have been wrecked by COVID. This pandemic's taken a lot of capital and just burnt it or thrown it down to the riverside, and many are trying to get ahead in a place of desperation. They got bills to pay, they got their accounts to make money back for, and so on and so on. So if you're not trading from a position of strength when you're getting into this, it really ruins your life. You get addicted to your cell phone because you're watching every single move of the market. When the price goes up, you feel elated for a second. When the price goes down, your stomach drops through the floor and you feel nauseous and your head spins, and it's not good for your general well-being. So if you're not trading from a position of strength, then you can't proceed to use the MTOPS criterion, because regardless of how strong it is, you're going to make untrustworthy decisions because you'll either get in too soon or not get out soon enough. So forget about it. Okay, are you trading with trend? So if you're trading with trend, that gets a nice, beautiful yes. Today, we're not trading with trend because you don't know what the trend is. As you can see, whenever market structure equals zero, trading with trend will never be answered yes. Is the price outside the zone? Yes and no. Over here, it's not outside the zone. Over here, it's barely outside the zone. And over here, if we had to draw up the squaring of time and price, it's barely out the zone. But it doesn't matter because the two top frames aren't out the zone. So boom, MTOPS criterion not unlocked to you. So the time, oscillator, price, all this kind of stuff, we're not going to enter because organically we're unable to use this. So that said, guys, I'm going to sign off now. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Get up to the things that you've been putting off. If you're not studying hard enough, study harder. If you're not working through your course material as an MTOPS criterion student, then get into it. Because, guys, once you've got this under your belt, you've got this for life. It's not an overnight little success song and dance. This is something that's going to change the course of your future. So put the time, effort, and energy in. Today is a good time to do so. Start of a new beautiful month into a beautiful year, and you've got the best allies that you could ask for in the trading realm. All right, cool. Cheers for now. Have a good one, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow.